Right, strap yourself in because I've got you now 3 huge updates straight out of paradise, transfer bids, future stars, and 1 SPFL baller that could walk straight into the Celtic midfield. But listen, the last story, it could change our whole season. You need to hear it. So stick around till the end, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you bleed green and white, and let's make sure this gets pushed to every single Celtic fan who's breathing today. Let's go. Right, let me break this down for you. And grab a pint or a cuppa, because this is one you'll want to hear through to the end. So here we go again, Another transfer target, another knockback. Celtic have had their opening bid for young Danish winger Jakob Broom chucked straight back in their faces. 1.5 million quid, and Go Ahead Eagles basically laughed it off. They want £5 million hunt for the lad, and they're no budging. Bold that from a club with a name that sounds like a cheap energy drink. Now, Broom's no just a random punt. He's got real numbers behind him. 14 goals, 10 assists in 60-odd appearances over in the Eredivisie, and only 21. Quick, tricky, and he fits the bill for the kind of wide player Brendan's been after since we waved cheerio to Nicholas Kuhn. But here's the rub. Celtic are miles off what the Dutch want. It's like trying to buy a pint in central Edinburgh with loose change. The director at the Eagles, Jan Willem van, whatever his name is, has been flapping his gums in the press, saying we're miles apart, and even hinted Broom might be better off staying till the winter break. That old chestnut. Translation, we want more money, and we'll wait till somebody daft enough comes along. And let's be honest, we've already missed out on Isak Jansson from Rapid Vienna. And with the clock ticking on this window, we can't afford to be left short again. We need a proper winger in the door sharpish, no just for depth, but for real firepower out wide. It's Champions League we're talking about, no pre-season bounce games at Lennox Town. So here's the question I've got for you, and I want you to answer it straight in the comments. Should Celtic just cough up the £5 million and get Broom in the door now? Or are we right to stand firm and avoid another overhyped price tag from a small-time club? Is this a young talent worth stretching for, or just another next big thing that fizzles faster than the Rangers' title hopes in March? Go on, let me know what ye would do if you were sitting in that boardroom at Paradise. So smash that like button, hit subscribe if you bleed green and white, and let's make sure this gets pushed to every single Celtic fan who's breathing today. Let's go. Here we go then. This one could be massive, and no just for the now, but for the years to come. So listen to this. Celtic are officially in pole position to land a young Serbian gem called Andrej Bakanin. And let me tell you, this boy's no some raw project from the middle of nowhere. He's already played 19 senior games for Čukarički and got 10 caps for Serbia's under-19s. Only 18 years old, but already being called very promising by folk that ken what they're talking about. Now, here's where it gets even sweeter. Guess who else wants him? The zombies across the city. Rangers are sniffing about as usual, trying to nick in behind like they're still relevant in European football. But for once, it looks like they're second best again. Reports say it's Celtic and them leading the race. But I'll tell you now, if it's a choice between Paradise and that crumbling tribute act at Ibrox, there's only one winner. And this isn't just about signing another youth player for the B team or sending him on loan to Inverness. This is psychological warfare. If we pip the Blues to Buchanan, it's another blow to their ego, another nail in the idea that they can compete with us for the future of the Scottish game. While we're building long-term quality, they're still stuck handing out contracts to 35-year-olds and pretending it's a statement. Now, sure, Buchanan might not walk into the starting 8 in anything right away. Rodgers is smart enough not to throw an 18-year-old into the deep end before he's ready. But you give that lad a season or two in our system, training at Lennoxtown, learning from the likes of CalMac and O'Reilly, and mark my words, he could be a first-team regular before you know it. So here's one for you to think about. If Buchanan picks the Celtic over that mob, is it the final proof that even the brightest young talent sees Parkhead as the only real future in Scotland? And are we finally leaving Rangers behind in every department, not just trophies? Leave me your thoughts down below. I want to hear what you think. So smash that like button, hit subscribe if you bleed green and white, and let's make sure this gets pushed to every single Celtic fan who's breathing today. Let's go. Right? Picture this for a second. Lennon Miller striding across the Parkhead pitch, dictating the tempo like he's been there for years. That's no just fantasy talk. That's what Charlie Mulgrew's putting on the table. And honestly, he might be onto something. Mulgrew's come out and said it plain as day. Get the lad in from Motherwell and stick him right into that number 8 role. And you know what? When Charlie speaks, especially about midfielders, ye listen. He says Miller's right foot is like a wand and that he'd be one of the top performers at Celtic this season. That's no just hype, that's experience talking. And let's be honest, finding a proper midfielder these days without shelling is like trying to get sunshine in Glasgow in November. Now we've got CalMac running the show and Hatate's got silk in his boots, but we're no daft. Time catches up with every player. Whether it's age or a big money move abroad, we'll need fresh blood soon. And Miller's no just fresh. He's local, he's talented, and he's ready. Here's the real kicker. His contract's up next May. Come January, he can start chatting with other clubs. If we let this one slide and somebody else snaps him up, especially that lot across the city, we'll be left wondering how we let a future star walk right past us again. And let's be clear, Motherwell need the cash. They're no in the position to be holding out. A decent offer from Celtic could turn their heads. So why wait? Why risk losing him for free, or worse, watching him run riot for somebody else? Now, here's the big one for you. Should Celtic go all in on Lennon Miller now before some English club, or God forbid Rangers try to swoop in and we miss out on the next CalMac? Or do we hold off and risk watching another gem slip through our fingers? Let me know what you think. I'm buzzing to hear your take. So smash that like button, hit subscribe if you bleed green and white, and let's make sure this gets pushed to every single Celtic fan who's breathing today. Let's go.